Tony Abbott, the Australian Prime Minister's Special Trade Envoy, stated it was a wise decision by India to withdraw from the Regional Comprehensive Economic Partnership so that both countries could focus on the bilateral deal. The Special Trade Envoy also mentioned India and Australia as natural economic partners, saying, "India is a great manufacturing nation, and Australia has a robust resource economy, and Australia has everything that India needs to make in India a reality." Before digging deeper into why India opted out of the deal, it is essential to understand the goal and significance of Regional Comprehensive Economic Partnership in the region. So what is RCEP? The RCEP was announced in November 2012, and talks began in May 2013. It covers the following areas. It is an arrangement between two or more countries or trading blocs to reduce or eliminate customs tariffs and non-tariff barriers on substantial trade between them. Unlike the other mega-regional trade agreement, like the Trans-Pacific Partnership, it embodies a desire to achieve more focused and integrated regional participation. Furthermore, it aims to provide participants with an opportunity to benefit from deeper economic engagement and cooperation. The RCEP includes provisions to simplify trade and investment. It has the potential to facilitate business transactions and harmonize rules across various FTAs in East Asia. The RCEP is currently the world's largest FTA that has been signed by 10 Association of Southeast Asian Nations members, like Brunei Darussalam, Cambodia, Indonesia, Laos, Malaysia, Myanmar, Philippines, Singapore, Thailand and Vietnam. And their 5 trading partners, like China, Australia, New Zealand, Japan and South Korea. It accounts for nearly 30% of the world's population, that is 2.2 billion people. And 30% of global GDP, that is nearly $26.2 trillion, making it the world's largest trade bloc. But why is India withdrawing from RCEP? In October 2018, Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi announced at the RCEP summit in Bangkok that India will withdraw from the agreement because it does not reflect the basic spirit and guiding principles of the agreement. According to Niti Aayog, India has a bilateral trade deficit with the majority of RCEP member countries. Also, various ministries in India such as Agriculture, Steel, Chemicals, and Ministry of Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises, had also opposed the deal. Various other reasons are, such as, Indian export items, competitiveness and potential in the RCEP region are limited. India has a low export intensity with RCEP member countries. Higher revealed comparative advantage (RCA) and duty reduction in partner countries may help India in enhancing exports of only a few commodities. India has a high RCA in commodities, for which RCEP countries' tariffs are already moderate. Given India's current trade balance position, tariff structure, non-tariff barriers, NTBs of partner countries, intellectual property rights (IPR), and export competitiveness of Indian commodities, it appears that India had few options but to opt out of RCEP. And one of the main reasons for India's refusal to sign the RCEP is, after the agreement is signed, cheaper Chinese products will flood the Indian market. And, except for China, India has already signed free trade agreement with all of the RCEP countries. While RCEP members are still open to accepting India, but more work needs to be done on improving competitiveness for Indian commodities and to develop a future negotiation strategy if India wants to be a part of RCEP in the future. Given its limited participation in regional blocs, India should identify core areas of interest in goods and services where it can improve its competitiveness and trade performance through strategic bilateral negotiations, as well as potentially exploit imported inputs to promote higher value-added exports. Implications of India's exit from the RCEP. By opting out of RCEP, India's domestic industry will be protected from cheap imports. However, Chinese goods are all over the Indian market, from needles to turbines. As a result, by opting out of RCEP, India can keep a check on Chinese goods in the country. Former Australia PM, Tony Abbott says, all countries are currently experiencing trade tensions with China. And India is the obvious alternative, so now is the best time for India, because much of the world is looking to substitute for China in supply chains. India and Australia also announced plans to sign a comprehensive free trade agreement by the end of 2022, as well as an early harvest trade agreement by Christmas this year. A comprehensive trade agreement between India and Australia will not only give the Quad grouping an economic dimension, but it will also allow India to clinch many such trade deals with other countries that are democracies with the rule of law.